Transition to a matchup in the AFC. It is the 10-4 Cincinnati Bengals taking on the 7-7 New England Patriots. The Bengals are favored by 3 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Foxborough. The over-under for this matchup is 41.5 points. The Bengals are streaking right now. They are playing some great football. They've won 6 straight games. And that's where I want to start off when I discuss this matchup is the Cincinnati Bengals overall as a football team. They are playing some great football. And when you talk about hottest teams in the NFL, you got to have in the NFC the 49ers. You got to have the Eagles. In the AFC, there is no one, I mean no one, playing as great as the Cincinnati Bengals right now. They're the hottest team in the NFL, and they are led by their quarterback in Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow this year got 31 touchdowns, only 12 total turnovers, 10 interceptions this year. He's completing 68% of his passes. Joe Burrow has been sensational this year. And you look at his numbers entering week 15, he led, or he was second. He was second in total touchdowns for the season with 27. He's third in the NFL in completion percentage with 68 completion percentage. He also is third in passing yards per game with 283 yards passing per game. That was entering week 15 before the Bucs matchup. So Joe Burrow has been nothing short of sensational. And I want to give you some more numbers. And I saw this. This was interesting. And I had to write it down because everyone knows that I compare Joe Burrow to Tom Brady. I believe his poise, his leadership is similar to Tom Brady because just like Tom Brady, Burrow is not the fastest. He's not the most athletic. He's not the most gifted thrower of the football. He doesn't have the great arm strength like Mahomes or Josh Allen or Herbert has. But he has leadership like Tom Brady. And it's funny because through his first 39 starts, Joe Burrow's stats, when you compare them to Tom Brady's, they are better. They're better. So this is their first 39 starts, Joe Burrow and Tom Brady. Joe Burrow's record in his first 39 starts, 21-17-1. Tom Brady's record is 27-12. So that's advantage TB. Joe Burrow has more passing yards than Tom Brady had. Burrow has 10,984 passing yards. Tom Brady had 8,442 passing yards. Burrow has 74 total passing touchdowns. Brady had 57 total passing touchdowns. This is all in their first 39 starts. Burrow only threw 28 interceptions in his first 39 starts. Brady threw 34. So I thought that was interesting because we've been talking about Brady and Burrow, especially for the matchup last week with the Bengals and Buccaneers, and we compared Burrow to Brady. But in their first 39 starts, Burrow was better than Brady. Now, I'm not saying that Burrow is going to have a better career than Tom Brady is. That's ridiculous. It's too early to tell whether or not Burrow is going to have a better career than Brady had. Like, Burrow definitely has the capability of being able to live up to the expectations and win multiple Super Bowls, but not 7. Like that, what Brady did, winning 7 Super Bowls, is something we're never going to see before happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be Mahomes, Burrow. No one's going to win more than Brady won when it comes to Super Bowls. It's just not going to happen. But I believe that statistically, when it's all said and done, there are some quarterbacks that could possibly have better statistics than Brady when it's all said and done. And Burrow is one of those players. You look at the Bengals offensively. Offensively, the Bengals, they have Jamar Chase. They have T. Higgins. They have Tyler Boyd. And I believe that's the best trio of receivers in the NFL. Now, Tyreek Hill and Waddle, they are the best duo when it comes to receivers. But Chase, Boyd, and Higgins are the best trio when it comes to receivers. You look at their numbers this year. T. Higgins, let's start off with him. He did great in the absence of Jamar Chase, stepping up as the number one receiver for the Bengals in those games that Chase missed. Higgins for the season, he got 65 receptions, 894 receiving yards, 6 touchdowns, averaging 14 yards per reception. Jamar Chase, in 10 games played, 71 receptions, 881 receiving yards, 8 touchdowns, averaging 12.4 yards per reception. Tyler Boyd, who is their slot receiver, he's been good as well. 50 receptions, 690 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns, 13.8 yards per reception. This trio is the best in the NFL. And this is the reason why the Bengals have a chance to repeat as AFC champions, because this Bengals offense is the best offense right now in the NFL. And unlike the Bills, unlike the Chiefs and Dolphins, the Bengals actually have a balanced attack. They have Pirine and Mixon in the backfield who they can hand the football off to. And I think Mixon and Pirine is a nice tandem to have at the running back position. You look at what they've done this year for the season. Mixon has 183 rushing attempts, 722 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns. Kind of a down year for Mixon. I'm not sure he's going to get over 1,000 yards rushing this year. A lot of Bengal fans are, talking about they want Pirine in over Mixon. Make no mistake about it. If the Bengals are going to exceed expectations and get back to the Super Bowl, they're going to need Joe Mixon to play like an elite running back. I believe that Joe Mixon is going to still have a major impact on whether or not the Bengals can make some noise in the playoffs. Mark my words when I'm saying that, Bengal fans. Joe Mixon is going to have a major, major impact on whether or not the Bengals can go on another deep playoff run. Pirine for the year, he got 85 rush attempts, 373 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. I thought his performances against the Steelers and the Titans games that Mixon was out, I thought Pirine stepped up and played pretty good football for Joe Burrow and his Bengals offense. I really, 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 really do. So offensively, we know the Bengals are top tier in major, major categories. They average 381 total yards per game. That's ranked 6th in the NFL. They average 262 yards passing per game. That's ranked 6th in the NFL. And they average 26 points per game. That's tied for 5th in the NFL. And here's a key stat and this is why they are able to put up points, because they can sustain drives. They convert on 47% of their third down plays. That's important when you're trying to be an elite offense. You got to be able to convert on third down. Bengals get it done on third down. And honestly, I think right now you can make an argument that Joe Burrow is the NFL MVP. Now, I got Mahomes and Hurts over him, but he's definitely third on my NFL MVP list. He's third. You look at Burrow this year compared to Mahomes. Mahomes has 4,496 passing yards. Burrow has 3,885 passing yards. Mahomes has 35 passing touchdowns. Burrow has 31 passing touchdowns. Mahomes has 11 turnovers. Burrow has 12 turnovers. Mahomes is averaging 8.1 yards per pass play. Burrow is averaging 7.6 yards per pass play. And Mahomes has the edge in passer rating as well, 105 to 102. But depending on how these last 3 games, end for Mahomes and Burrow, Burrow could definitely creep his way up in the MVP conversation for sure. So, and you're probably wondering, why hasn't he talked about the Patriots? Because I don't believe in the Patriots. I don't believe in the New England Patriots, ladies and gentlemen. I thought last week that opportunity against the Raiders, they were 7-6 going into that game. If they were able to beat the Raiders and improve to 8-6, maybe they could have squeaked into the playoffs. But Jacoby Myers' blunder at the end of that game, that completely ruined the chances for the New England Patriots. And by the way, that's one thing I want to talk about with the Patriots real quick. I said this on Tuesday night show. please do not blame Bill Belichick for what took place at the end of the Patriots-Raiders football game Sunday afternoon in Las Vegas. Please do not blame Bill Belichick for that. We know Bill Belichick this year, he's had his hand into the pot for a part of being the blame for why the Patriots offensively have struggled this year. Offensively, the Patriots have been pathetic this year. And as their offensive coordinator, they got Joe Judge and Matt Patricia. And neither Joe Judge and Matt Patricia knows offense. You can blame Bill Belichick for the struggles on that Patriots offense. But what you're not going to do is blame Bill Belichick for what took place on that bonehead play by Jacoby Myers. Bill Belichick is a 6-time Super Bowl winning head coach, 3-time NFL Coach of the Year. Okay? We're not going to blame Bill Belichick for what took place at the end of that game. And I want to say this real quick about Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers entered the NFL in 2019 as an undrafted free agent out of North Carolina State. I love his story. Being undrafted, working hard to get to the NFL is a major accomplishment. And for his career, Jacoby Myers got 220 receptions, 2,594 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns. I love what Jacoby Myers has done since he's been in the NFL since 2019. But that was probably the dumbest play in NFL history, what Myers did at the end of that football game. That's the dumbest play in NFL history. I have never seen a bonehead play like I saw at the end of that Patriots-Raiders game, courtesy to Jacoby Myers. And then the worst part about it was he threw the ball backwards so many yards. He threw the ball to Mac Jones. What the hell was Mac Jones going to do with the football in that moment? I don't understand what he was thinking in that moment. Like, I know that the Raiders won the game 30-24, but Jacoby Myers lost that football game for the Patriots. He lost that game. You go to overtime, put yourself in a position to steal one on the road and improve to 8-6 and improve your playoff hopes. But he wasn't able to do it. And again, I don't believe in this Patriots team at all. I never believed in Mac Jones, but a lot of the issues with the Patriots this year, I can't even blame on Mac Jones. Mac Jones this year, only 7 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I mean, it's been bad in New England from an offensive standpoint. So with all that being said, I'm going to roll with the Bengals to blow out the Patriots in Foxborough. I'm going Bengals 35, Patriots 14. I don't even think they're going to get 17 points. So I'm going Bengals 35, Patriots 14. And honestly, I think it's a little disrespectful to the Bengals that this line is only 3 points. Now, let me check on my score app and see if maybe this line has changed, because this is -3. The Bengals are -3, and that just tells you what the NFL believes, and well, not the NFL, Vegas believes about the Bengals. If this were the Chiefs or Bills, they would be favored by at least 9 points. At least 9 points. This week, the Chiefs are favored by 10 points over the Seahawks. And I believe that the Seahawks and the Patriots are on the same level. But the Bengals are on the same level, if not a level ahead of the Chiefs right now. And Vegas has the Chiefs favored by 10 points over the Seahawks, and the Bengals favored by 3 points over the Patriots. Makes no sense. Makes 0 sense. Everybody go and follow Wise Guys on Twitter at WiseGuys_H. Also on Facebook, Wise Guys. And be sure to follow Wise Guys at Instagram at These Guys Know Sports.